ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the CoolFM Live Sports Show. I'm Coach Kevin Lassiter, and joining us today for our show is going to be Coach Dennis Baker, Coach Jared Young, and my broadcast partner, Jon Berger.
Howdy.
So, guys, we got a great show lined up for you today. Please stick with us. We're going to jump right into our Seniors Helping Seniors top plays.
Oh, yeah. Top plays of the week. Had some good ones. This is starting with Buena Colts boys soccer. I believe this is
in the blue, right?
This is Josiah Moore.
On the break.
Doing what you're supposed to do. Getting the goal.
Hey, you see the keeper? Look at the keeper's reaction. He was not happy.
And then Sierra's very own CJ Williams pulling up from deep.
That's volleyball line.
I think that would be a logo shot.
I like that. That's Brian Cuevas with Wilcox. I like that offensive rebound, go back out, kick for the three. That was a big time game. That was for versus 1 versus 2 in the region. It's Diego Lopez.
Had an upset here.
His partner here, yeah.
Talk about that later in the show.
Nice little 2-on-1.
Oh, boy.
This is Kaleo Palacios with the Euro. Ooh. Yeah. They got a big time win in that night, too. She had a very big game. We'll talk about that later. This was also Buena Soccer.
Julian Valenzuela.
Yeah.
What's slipping?
He had 2 goals that night. Now to Julian.
Off the rebound right there.
The snowball.
Yeah.
Here we go, Jericho Nickel, the freshman, with the steal, contact, and the finish.
Weight room.
Yep.
That was from Friday's game against the Southridge Mavericks.
Here's some more Diego Lopez with the N1.
Everybody.
Big time game and big time moment.
Is that against Choya?
That's against Choya. More on that later.
Nice job.
Good highlights.
Absolutely.
Good stuff. As always, our top plays are brought to you by Seniors Helping Seniors. If you're searching for a like-minded friend to help tackle chores and tasks, or even a companion to join you in hobbies and activities, call Seniors Helping Seniors. Their caregivers are seniors themselves and show up ready to exceed expectations on a schedule that meets your needs. Or you can make a difference by joining the Seniors Helping Seniors family. Check them out at southernarizonaSHS.com or call 520-487-4246. That's Seniors Helping Seniors.
Thank you to them.
Oh, yeah.
So we were moving right into our game recaps. We got a lot of footage to bring to you, a lot of games to cover. Big week in soccer and in basketball. Let's jump right into it.
Prestige Remodeling game recaps.
Forward again and off to the side.
All right, we got the first game, Buena Soccer. Buena versus Desert View. Goals by Josiah Moore.
Oh, that's that one right there we just saw. That was one of the top plays of the week.
This goal tied the game up at that point, right?
Yeah.
So, Desert View is, we consider them a pretty significant rival in the 5A, right? That's this is
for soccer, yeah.
And it's
for
a
sports.
close, some sports in the state. Like Baker just said, we have certain good competitions and we're dominant in others.
He tried to head it there and went backwards and got behind him.
Look at these scores. 3 goals a piece right now. That's, in soccer, that might as well be.
Julian Valenzuela.
Hey, that's a great crossing pass right there. Just pass it across the goal and give you guys a chance to score.
Man.
So that got the score up to 4-3, and then it ended up, Desert View ended up winning that game 5-4 in overtime. So
there were a lot of goals though in one game.
Dude, I know. If you imagine every goal as a touchdown, that's 5 touchdowns to 4 touchdowns. That'd be a pretty ridiculous game. All right, next up.
Girls basketball with Desert View with the new face on the sideline, Stephanie Miller, getting the girls fired up for the home game against the Cougars of Desert View.
Diane Moore or Diane McLean.
I got to watch
Palacios,
this game.
we saw that.
Again,
Nice little
them all
Euro
around the world
step.
right there.
Palacio with the 3.
So she is an incredible player. I think she came up with 21 points in the game on that.
23.
23, okay.
On fire.
He was.
She kind of does a little bit of everything.
Sanaya
Nio
Copeland.
Copeland right there with the 3.
Nice mid-range off the glass.
Yeah, Copeland again. It was good to see the Buena girls having some success. They've been having such a tough season. We all know about the coach. That was Tegan Alden.
Yep.
That young lady right there that passed out to
Tegan.
Palacios.
Tegan.
Yeah, she's very good.
She is good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
rebounding. She knows the game.
Feeling it. You see that?
She goes right
Tegan,
back up
love
with
it.
her shots. Yeah, I really liked watching her play in Palacios. Looked like they've been playing together for a while.
Yeah, I love it. I know it's been a struggle for the girls this season, but you can't tell it watching this game. You can see the spirits are up. You know, shots are falling. Girls are playing hard. They're cheering for each other. There's a lot of good energy, so it's good to see.
I think it kind of shows you a little bit of the difference between how you motivate men and women.
Wow.
A little bit, you know, like
That was the freshman
Awesome.
Arlie. Back to Khalil Palacios. Led all scorers in that game. She had a really big game. Side note too, that star player from that game, Khalil Palacios, she's also committed to Park University earlier this week. So she'll be playing basketball and advancing her
very cool.
Up in
basketball
Phoenix,
career.
right?
Playing.
Park University in Phoenix. Nice.
Mhm.
Nice.
Yeah.
I want to
Good to
give a
hear.
shout out to Coach Miller for coming in, motivating this team, and getting them to their first win. You know, the Colts showing that they still have fight left in them, and I really like they just look way more fundamentally sound in this game. So congratulations and thank you, Coach, for coming in and saving this season and getting something great out of the program.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
All right, next up, got ALA versus Imagine Prep.
So this is actually footage from ALA's game against the South Ridge Mavericks. This game was played on Friday night. This was senior night for ALA. Right here you see CJ Williams with a steal and scoring early off the break. I think Williams had like 10 of the Guardians' first 18 points. Here he is with a pull-up mid-range from right inside the free throw line. There's another steal from him. Williams playing on a little bit of a bad ankle, but you can't tell by this performance because he's everywhere. Nice pass there by Griffin Creed. That pass went in for a point. That's Jericho Nickel with another one. And so this game got out of control really, really quick. That was Sam Daines on the layup. ALA had a 20-point lead by the first quarter. CJ from the parking lot right there.
Good.
Nickel
move.
from back.
Shut up.
Another shot from
That
back.
Creed? Wow.
And so the ALA Guardians just were hot, sharp shooting. There was a running clock taking place in this game pretty much from like late in the second quarter throughout the rest of the game.
Using that
Tough
body,
finish there
Jericho.
by Nickel. Here's Nickel again, running down the court. I mean, there was a lot of this. He got steals and went to the basket. It was great to see all ALA seniors get in, and I want to say all the seniors scored. There's Nickel again
Look
for
how many
three.
people are in the stands.
Oh, that place was packed, and it was rocking. Austin
my
Zentar
gosh.
from the free throw line. That's Echenal getting a quick rebound. Right there, that three was huge. That three was huge. They had been trying to get every one of the seniors on the floor, get every player to score a point, and he got that three late in the fourth quarter, and the place exploded. So it was great to see the Guardians pick up a win on senior night. This was their final home game of the regular season. They're now 13-0, undefeated, perfect year, and we're looking forward to the opportunity for them to host some playoff games in the very near future. What we weren't able to show you was that they were in action earlier this week. They played a game against Imagine Prep, and they won that game 63-43. So a big 20-point win for the Guardians. So the Guardians heading into the postseason almost, and they're still undefeated, 13-0, number one in Division II of the CAA.
I think they're taking that. I mean, if you really break it down, I think they're. I hate to get way out and in front, but I have called a touchdown 40 yards from
You did.
goal line,
You
so-
did. That was a good one.
I mean, yeah, so they don't have the most wins of all teams in their division, but they're the only undefeated team in their division. There are some other 13-win teams, but they're the only one that's undefeated.
The three big players, and then they fill in with everybody else. They've got so many great players at that division. I can't see anything but.
And remember, they're playing without, what I think is probably their second best player, Davion Johnson. He's out for the remainder of the season.
Oh, no.
But there's so many other guys stepping up. I mean, it's great to see the depth that program has when you got a freshman like Nickel coming off the bench, playing great defensively. He's shooting the ball well, and now he's feeling more comfortable driving to the basket. The contributions from Zentai, and then Echenal is a great off-the-bench energy player. He comes in, and if the ball touches the glass and doesn't fall, he's trying to wipe the glass to get all the rebounds. So the ALA Guardians team looking really good to go ahead into the postseason and make some noise out there. In my opinion, I called it a couple weeks ago, I think that they are hopeful for a state championship.
I think that they're the leader,
Exciting.
but we'll see.
Hope so.
Yeah.
All right, so
Shout out
let's,
to ALA, especially those seniors on senior
Yes.
night.
Yep. So let's name the seniors again. The three seniors that they had. It was Sam Daines, who was a forward/guard, guard Austin Zentai, and of course guard C.J. Williams. They're three seniors that were highlighted during a pregame ceremony up there at ALA.
Excellent.
Salute.
So we're moving to our next game, which is going to be some Wilcox basketball action.
They're up there playing Desert Christian in Tucson.
Wow, I
Beautiful
kind of like.
facility.
I was just gonna say, I
they're
love
an
this.
up and coming program and growing. The Christian guys, they are doing well with the
Nice
growth.
contested jumper. But still coming back at you.
They are serious about. You don't have enough room for stands, but that basketball floor is just pristine.
That kid right there is the story of this game. Number
From the start
11.
back,
Yeah.
He's all over the
Wilcox.
place.
That's
Nice three.
Brian Cuevas. Other
They
one.
got a big man on their team, number 55. Look at that
Wow.
lumberjack. Holy smokes.
Boy. I like the Wilcox thing. They're moving the ball around. They look for the open guy and get it to him. Oh, nice bucket. And that was an and one for
Yeah.
Tucker, too, right?
Yep. He actually had 20 points in this game. Seeing good ball movement. You see
the lean from Coach over there on the sideline. That was nice.
Bounce off the back rim. There's Tucker again, another contribution to the head layup,
And
and that's an and one.
yeah, I'm noticing that every one of the players is bigger than the Wilcox players, and the Wilcox players are just menaces on.
Yeah. Well, they're moving the ball. That, that's what you should do against the zone defense and running out in transition. Stand back was just a lot. J.D. Witten was a lot. Ty Scholl. And then Brian Cuevas there with another layup. He also hit 4 threes. This was a big game because it was actually featured the number 1 and 2 teams in the 2A South region. And Wilcox ran away with it, as you can see the score. Yeah.
So for our ALA viewers, this is the competition you guys can be playing against next year because you're probably going to be aligned in that 2A South region, being that geographically that's closest to you. So please pay attention, take some notes, coaches and players, because these are the guys you're going to be facing next year. And I really like what the Wilcox team did. They stuck to their fundamentals, and they shot Desert Christian out of that zone.
Yeah, 75-52 was the final on that, moving them from 8. They're now 18-6 overall, with 8-1 in the region. Yeah, number 1 overall. That's pretty good.
Great record, getting ready to wrap up the regular season and move into postseason play for the Cowboys.
That's important to note because, a lot of most of our Cochise County teams are in that 2A South. Benson, Bisbee, Wilcox. We're getting a couple others, Tombstone. But so right now, Wilcox has that top spot as far as boys basketball. Wilcox is the number 1 team in the 2A South. See if they can hang on to that. But 8-1 record is going to be hard to catch them, and they're playing good basketball too. So,
all right, next up we've got Douglas versus Choya. My gosh, this
It's a big
game.
4A matchup right here, right?
Yeah,
oh my goodness, especially with the 2 players, Diego Lopez and
Jerry Mendoza.
Jerry Mendoza
Mendoza.
for
Walking 40-point man.
Had 4 40-point game.
what number is he?
25. Number 25.
for Choya.
Oh yeah, we talked about him.
Played against us.
That's
But
right.
Diego
Weeks ago.
Lopez was too much for Choya to handle. I mean, he was lighting it up from the inside and the outside. He had darn near 30 points in it at 29.
Ooh, recovered and gets it. Nice job.
Oh, that was a nice, tough bucket right
Yeah.
there.
He's such a tough bucket getter. And, I mean, when you got this in your game, a nice little pull-up mid-range, you're getting to the rim, finishing through contact. Just one of the premier players in Cochise.
Up off the glass. And Douglas is they just tough, man. They're a tough team, fundamentally sound, and can shoot that outside jumper, man, among the best of them.
Thank goodness that roof is so high. That kid's arc was off the chart. Really touched the ceiling with that. I love that gym.
On the back, yeah.
Another big one.
He's a player, I'm telling you. One of the top players in the county.
Called his name many times this year. He's had a lot of heroics that we've shared with you. That driving finish with the left hand.
We're reaching out. I can't wait to get him on the show.
Right. Excellent job.
Good
So,
work.
so the score there was 54-46. Douglas wins that game.
And a lot of great sports that we just brought to you in the game recaps. That was awesome. Just again, it's great to see Douglas. Sometimes people may forget that they're a 4A school, and it's great to see them pick up not just another win, but a win against another really good 4A school in Cholla. Yeah, Cholla took a trip down to Cochise County, and they went home empty-handed.
You're 0-2 down here this
That's
year
right.
so far.
That's right.
So, saying a
I'm
lot
like
for
coming
us.
to Cochise County. Yeah.
Yeah. So after the game recaps, we're going to go into our player of the week. But first, we have to hit our cap with Prestige Remodeling and Restoration LLC of Sierra Vista. Prestige has pioneered a visionary approach that empowers exceptional service, reinvigorating the fundamental principles of customer-centric service. As a licensed general contractor, including plumbing and electrical, they proudly cater to both commercial and residential needs. Visit them at prestigesierravista.com.
So as you just told us, Jared, we're getting ready to go into our Player of the Week interview. We got a great one lined up for you, so check this one out.
All right, the CoolFM sports team here. We have some very special guests with us here today, representing Tombstone basketball, the Lady Yellow Jackets. We have a great student athlete here, our player of the week, Damaris, Alvarez. Let's give a round of applause. I know our producer's going to add some effects on that. It's going to sound good. All right, and Coach V of Tombstone Lady Yellow Jackets as well. Coach, so let's start with Damaris. Unbelievable season already, unbelievable career, I should say, already. Just a sophomore, and as you've seen all over the news through CoolFM and throughout Sierra Vista News, already crossing 1,000 points through career scoring. Such an amazing accomplishment. We've had a few players do it throughout our county, especially this year or the last couple of years, but the first to do it at such a young age. What do you have to say about yourself? Is that something that you had a goal for yourself or what?
Yeah, it was a goal that was talked about between my dad and my coach since sophomore year and towards the end of freshman year.
Oh, yeah? Okay. When did that become a reality, or when did you actually start talking about that being a goal for you? Like, I'm going to score 1,000 points. Like, is that something you knew as a freshman that you were going to do, or it was maybe once you got to 500 points real, or what?
I think after freshman year, I thought about it more.
Nice. So 1,000 points, I think that's an accomplishment that most varsity players reach their senior year, and because just the amount of points that you have to score in every game. So is there any, out of 1,000 points, is there any points that stick out to you the most or that are more memorable than the others?
I think the points that I scored during the state game of freshman.
Oh, yeah, the playoff games?
Yeah.
Yeah, obviously those matter to you. What about you, Coach? Having some, you've coached some great players.
Yeah.
Such a great coaching resume and great athletes that I off the top of my head that I know you've had. For Damaris and coaching her and her reaching 1,000 points, are you amazed by this, about her reaching this milestone at such a young age?
Yes. Now, it's been a goal. We've talked about it loosely, but not too much in the way that it, built up some nerves about it. We just kind of let it come to be. And when she got around the 900 point range, we stopped entering stats because I just didn't want her to have that pressure of, I got to get X amount this next game in order, to break that 1,000. I just didn't want that in the back of her mind as we were playing in all these hard conference, hard region games. So But the most memorable, well, there's a few. Her first one, she hit a 3 against San Simone in the Boyd Baker tournament last year. That was her first basket, first high school basket. And from there, it was just off to the races. She ended last year with 440 points. And then, the rest is history. Over 600 now. But just this last week when we played Wilcox up there on Friday of last week, and she broke the record at that time, happened to be right at the end of the first quarter. We were trying to call a timeout while the game was still going. We just weren't able to do that. But that one free throw it's something I'll never forget, and I hope she never forgets it.
Man, yeah, amazing. It's also amazing that you remember her first basket too. That shows a lot about you as a coach being there throughout the whole process and the whole journey. And also, Damaris, she mentioned her dad, so shout out to Pops. He's here in the studio as well too. Obviously, done a very good job with this young lady. This great student athlete. So you definitely have so much respect for me as another basketball coach. I know how challenging that is. I think. Coach made a great decision in not posting her points leading up to that, so there's not a whole lot of nervousness or pressure to reach that. I know that's something that weighs on players.
Let me ask you
2,000. Is 2,000 in your wheelhouse? Is that?
Yeah, after I hit 1,000, I thought about that.
Okay, let's get another 1,000.
Okay.
Nothing wrong with that. Okay, so let's ask about your future. Being that you're a sophomore, you got 2 more years that you could play. If you had your pick of what you were going to do next after your high school basketball career, what would you be doing?
I think I'd probably play basketball at the next level, at like college level.
Okay, and would you want to go like a D2, a D1?
Probably like D2.
What is something we could expect moving ahead, from the Yellow Jackets?
Well, we had a young team this year, and we're just kind of working through the cycle, no different than in high school basketball. You know how some years can be like a roller coaster. That's what we're doing. We're fighting our battles, but at the end of the day, we get through this season, ready for the off season.
Okay. And Damaris, I'm gonna give you a different question about the past. That might not be such a secret. So, what are some things you did before you got to high school that kind of helped you improve your game and become the player you currently are?
Well, during my middle school years, I went to hoopology for a while, and then after a couple years, I started practicing with a coach my 8th grade year towards the end, and went to the tournaments with the high school girls.
So, how do you think travel ball affected affected you as a young player?
It helped me become more confident in scoring. So then, because like everybody else was able to do it instead of just one person. Because school ball and travel ball are two different things because of the skill levels. So then I was able to show off more later on.
All right, and then one last question. What is it that you do mentally to help you remain focused?
I like remind myself that it's just a game. It's nothing like crazy. Like I can only do so much during that time.
That's great. Just showing a lot of maturity. I mean, it's your skills are above your age, right? But then mentally, you're thinking, above somebody that's maybe a sophomore as well. So I commend you on what you've accomplished. To score 1,000 points in 2 years. I hope you realize how big of an accomplishment that is. Like Coach said earlier, I know guys that played men that played 4 years of basketball and didn't. But women that were the leading scorer on their team for 4 years. That's a huge accomplishment to you. It's a credit to you as a coach and to your program that I salute you.
Love her. Miss Alvarez, great job.
Yeah, great
Doing some
interview.
big stuff for that program over there too.
Yeah, Coach V as well, doing a great job as a head coach in that program, navigating through the ups and downs of every season. But when you have athletes like Damaris and had Rachel Thursby before that, and she reached the 1,000-point milestone as well, we could tell Damaris is definitely in the right place where she should be and where she's going to be given the opportunity to thrive. Great job.
Before we transition out of this, I just want to say, first of all, great accomplishment by her, but I want to highlight our female athletes down here. We've had 2 female athletes who have had some, career highlights that have been great. Damaris Alvarez scoring 1,000 points in her sophomore season. And then we talked about all the time, Destiny Toyota Villalobos, the co-player of the year in the flag football, also a sophomore. So not just females doing big things, but young ones doing big things. And I think that's great for athletics down in Cochise County in general.
All right, that does it for the player of the week. Let's talk about Fyzical Balance Center. Fyzical Balance Center is much more than a physical therapy clinic. At physical therapy and balance centers, they focus on improving your quality of life using holistic, whole body approach to connect your diagnosis and customized plan of care. Opened by Dr. Tap DeWong of Tap Into Wellness. Love your life with Dr. Tap at Fyzical Balance Center in Sierra Vista. All right, let's check out the Seniors Helping Seniors sports news.
For our local sports news, guess what, guys? We got another great interview coming up for you, so please check this one out.
Well, welcome. How are you doing? This is Jon Berger, Jared Young, and young Hudson Haymore from Buena Colts History Wrestling. He's one of our historical stats on one of our shows. Hudson, welcome to the show.
Thank you very much.
So you had 100 wrestling wins. Is that true?
That is very true.
Man, that's awesome. So tell us a little bit about yourself, Hudson. You go to Buena High School, and you're a senior this year. What's going on?
Right now, I'm just wrestling and hoping that getting ready for sectionals.
All right, and you were also a football player as well.
Was.
What position?
I played outside linebacker.
Oh my gosh! So we've got one of the Haymore boys. We're very proud to have Jared.
So, current weight class, Hudson, you were wrestling in for the Buena wrestling team.
Right now, I'm wrestling 65, but I was wrestling 50.
Okay, so you went up in weight class. All right, so your current record as far as duels and all your overall record this year so far?
I can tell you, I don't have it memorized.
Oh, okay. All right, so, but you said you were ranked 8th in your weight class.
Yes, I was.
And so that's statewide, right?
Mhm.
Okay, so statewide, you're ranked in the top 8, which is a great accomplishment so far. And so give me a rundown, if you can, of your invitational results this year as far as tournaments. What have you done?
I've wrestled in every single tournament we've gone to. I've made it almost to every single one into the blood rounds. One I ended up placing 5th at. My weight class at 57 has just been tough this year.
Awesome.
A lot
Now,
of tough
explain
competition.
to the audience what the blood round is. Because
So
not many people know that term. They'd be like, "What is this blood round? What is
so
wrestling's getting deep down now?"
the blood round is like in a double elimination tournament. It's if you lose a match, you wrestle up all the way until trying to get
Consolation
to
bracket.
constellations.
You're moving all the way up, and the highest you can get into is 3rd, right?
Yeah, normally place 5th or 6th
Okay.
tournaments. So you wrestle there, and then blood rounds is the match. If you win that match, you place no matter what, and if you lose, and you don't.
Wow. You've had quite a few of those blood rounds that you've had to go through.
Sadly, yeah.
Well, that's okay. Hey, but, this is one of those states that I think gets overlooked, the state of Arizona, as far as the where Arizona is ranked as far as having, some of the best wrestlers in the nation. I mean, we've had Roman Bravo Young. We have the movie about Anthony Robles. I mean, there's just so many kids that have made such incredible impacts in the sport of wrestling here in our state. So, now that you're contributing to that as far as, so what's next on the blocks for you? You said you were getting ready for sectionals. Now, when is that going to take place?
Sectionals is going to take place on the 14th.
That's going to be in
February.
Phoenix or Mountain Tucson?
I believe it's going to be at Flowing Wells High
Flowing
School.
Wells High School. Okay, same place it was last year.
Yeah.
How was your results last year from sectionals?
I ended up placing 4th, I believe, sectionals.
And then you went to state
Yeah.
qualified. How did you end up with your wrestling season last year?
Like,
You went to state.
yeah,
so-
I went to state and won a match in state, and I ended up getting hurt
Okay.
at state.
Okay.
So I
You
didn't
feel like
really
you're a lot
keep
healthier this year and in better shape, and
going. Sorta. Wrestling always has a toll on someone's body
sure.
Sure.
later in
Sure.
the season.
Now, what? Speaking of that question, that part of it, what do you think? You can say you've learned the most from. What has it done for you as a person, not only on the mat but off the mat?
Well, I would say it's a lot of hard work and dedication. Dedication for one thing, because every now and then you gotta miss a meal to make weight. You gotta work hard. You gotta lose the weight, and it keeps you away from temptations.
Sacrifice, so you're giving up a lot of things. That's very cool. Now, so Hudson, we talked a little bit before the show about your life after high school. So let's go. Well, not even after high school. There's something you plan to do right after wrestling, involving large animals. Can you tell me about this?
So right after wrestling, I want to start trying some bull riding before.
Oh my!
Whoa.
So we got a bull rider.
Okay.
So that's the next thing that comes up. And after that, you plan like next year, you possibly going on a mission.
Well, I'll probably be leaving on my mission sometime in the summer.
Okay, this summer. And then how long do you leave for?
We're gone for 2 years.
Oh my gosh! So 2 years.
You don't even find out until that day, right? They keep it from you.
They give you a heads up where you're going, but I'm still in the process of getting my paperwork. I haven't got my call yet.
And that sounds like a really cool situation. Now, after your mission, you're planning to come back, and we were talking about possibly a trade school. And so what are you thinking of doing for that?
I want to do electrical and plumbing, and then start my own electrical plumbing business. Sports in that trade.
See, that's what we need more of, is trade schools that have sports. I swear, like if everybody's heard my opinion on this, nobody cares. But
happened.
Yeah, that's very cool. And I'm crossing my fingers, hoping for you, because we need more rich people in town. And this guy's going to be an electrician and a plumber. I need someone to get a loan from. So I'm going to be I'm just messing with you. Dude, so that's a really cool situation to be planning for. That's, you plan to be a blessing to this community, and that's very cool to us. So all of us here at Cool FM, we really thank you so much.
You.
So your best memory, real quick, your best memory so far, sport of wrestling. So I know there's a lot because there's so many matches and stuff. So it's an individual kind of sport. So it does add up in years. What's your best memory so far?
So I have a few of them.
Okay.
I would say from my freshman year was me qualifying for state. I wrestled a kid at sectionals that beat me 4 times in the season.
Oh.
And I had to beat him in the blood rounds to make it to state. And I ended up beating him by 2 points, making it to state.
That's
So
good stuff.
he was pretty confident, and you went in there. Oh man, David versus Goliath, man, that's very cool.
Good stuff right there.
That was probably my favorite. And another memories about wrestling is that I loved just staying in the hotels at state with all the team.
Yeah.
A lot of good times.
Eating all the food
Uh-huh.
after weigh-ins.
Yeah, after weigh-ins, you can go nuts. Cause,
Man, our weigh-ins were like an hour before. It was ridiculous. Back when Jared and I, back 150 years ago, when things weren't quite so healthy, our weigh-in was quite a bit shorter. But that's really cool. We really appreciate. So thank you so much, Hudson, for coming in. It sounds like you've got quite a bright future, and you've already accomplished a lot. We thank you so much for coming.
Thank you, guys.
Yeah, well, all right. Well, this is Hudson Haymore.
Great having Hudson Haymore on the show. An amazing wrestler. He's doing great things this year. And also he was our standout football player for the Buena Colts as well. So it was great having him on. Again, he comes from the super athletic Haymore family. They dominate in everything that they do. And it was great to have him on board the show today.
Yeah, last week's player of the week. So
Yeah.
bringing
Yeah,
two of
so
them.
he named him as a player of the week last week. We got him here for an interview this week. Guys, we're trying to bring you good players and coaches week after week.
We do.
So that does it for our local sports news. Let's move into our buzzer beaters, brought to you by Fyzical Balance Center.
First.
So I know John
Ooh.
does the stuff I like to do after I do it. So y'all want me to lead it off? I can do it. All right, all right, let me know when we're ready to go, Cody. I'm ready to go. All right, here we go. So guess what? Super Bowl Sunday is this coming Sunday, February the 8th. It's going to be in Levi Stadium out in California, the home of the 49ers. We got the New England Patriots representing the AFC and the Seattle Seahawks representing the NFC. So these two big franchises with a lot of history. And if the Patriots were to win, they would become a franchise that has won the most Super Bowls. The headliner for the halftime show is going to be Bad Bunny. And let's talk about the Patriots. Their resurgence back into the Super Bowl picture should be a credit to their new head coach, retired player, but his first year as a head coach of the Patriots, Mike Vrabel. In my opinion, the coach of the year this season. Talking about coaches, the Minnesota Vikings just revamped their coaching staff. They hired the former Dolphins offensive coordinator, Frank Smith, but he's coming in as the assistant head coach. And here's a quick little tidbit or factoid about the Super Bowl. Drake May is the youngest quarterback in history to be a starting quarterback in the Super Bowl.
Good Lord.
Wow.
I believe it.
That's an interesting, pretty notable stat, I think. Be the youngest ever. That's a big
He
deal.
passed Dan Marino as being, he was previously the youngest, but now it's going to be Drake May.
Oh.
And if he wins, he'd be the youngest easily.
That's right.
And I'm with you on the Vrabel for Coach of the Year, too. I mean, nobody thought the Patriots were going to be in the Super Bowl. If anybody is not, if he's not going to give, Coach of the Year, then it should be Seahawks coach.
I was thinking the same thing. I'm like,
it's same kind of scenario.
Mike McDonald or
you change
Coach McDonald?
quarterbacks. This is a different. I mean, just like Drake May has 2 years under his system, and the quarterback from the Seahawks only one. I'm going to talk a little bit more about that. So yeah, we'll.
Okay.
So, Coach, we're going to go ahead and give transition over to you.
Okay, I'm the basketball guy. So, as we hit February 1st, the NBA landscape is changing or shifting beneath our feet. In the West, Oklahoma City are still playing like defending champs. They're still the best team in the NBA, led by SGA. Meanwhile, the Eastern Conference is a little bit different than probably people think. You're probably not used to hearing about the Detroit Pistons being so good, but they are. All right, they are. And also the Knicks are right there as well. But usually right around this time, February 1st, the story of the NBA as it is right now is the trade deadline. So last year we had the big splash of Luka Doncic. This year, there's already been a few trades. We were looking at some just this morning. I know right now DeAndre Hunter getting traded over to the Kings is probably the biggest one so far. But the Giannis sweepstakes, which team is going to win that lottery, is probably going to be the biggest domino in the whole trade deadline and NBA free agency going into next year. My vote is he's going to end up a Golden State Warrior.
What?
No. Wow.
I think he's going to be.
I don't want it.
No.
I hope that's not what happens because I need him to come to my Miami Heat. That's where I need him to come. We just can't trade away all the horses to get that one
See,
salary.
but that's the thing is they're going to require that massive haul, so they're going to gut whoever Giannis goes to.
Bam and JJ can't go nowhere.
But I think the Warriors are the one team that they could say, as long as Steph is here, you can take whatever else you want. You can get draft picks. You can take Draymond if you want. You could take Kuminga. They have some pieces, and they don't mind gutting it if they have Steph, and they'll have enough guys because
they got rid of Clay.
Exactly.
Maybe
That's
it's
a
time
big
to blow
piece.
that Warriors team up, right? I mean, it's been so good for so long.
And if you're gonna quote unquote blow it up,
Definitely going nowhere.
by getting Giannis is a nice blow up.
Yeah. Is that really blowing it up?
Right. I don't want it. I think it would look weird. I think he would look weird in a Warriors uniform, but that's just where I think it's going to end up.
Yeah, red and black. I think is Miami.
All right, Coach Jerry, your goal.
Well, we got a little bit of local sports news and some college news. So yesterday afternoon, you guys weren't watching anything on the college basketball scene. History was made in Tempe as the Arizona Wildcats won their 22nd straight win against a team this year. They're 22-0. Just outstanding play. The Coach Lloyd, hats off to him and him recruiting such a super team that he's put together, with this group, and everybody's healthy and everybody's doing what they need to do to contribute. So hats off to Tommy Lloyd and the Wildcats. Huge news today, just before the show. Clint Kubiak is going to be the Raiders head coach. So we'll see what happens with that after he gets out of the Super Bowl. And other news, local sports news, Ricardo Brooks has verbally committed to Western Colorado to play football next year. So hats off and shout out to Ricardo for making that decision to play at the next level. Not sure where he's going to play defensively, maybe as a running back, maybe as just an athlete in general, but we're looking forward to seeing what's going to take place for him and TJ. Now him and TJ will be teammates there in Western Colorado. So how exciting news to see on the public scene.
He's a slot nickel or a free safety.
I know you wanted him probably going basketball route, Coach.
Well, hey, whatever he can get, man. Whatever he can get.
Tall.
He's a big kid.
That's great for Western Colorado. Coming, hey guys, Cochise County athletes, they're looking down here for talent. They got two of our most talented guys coming out of that football team last year. Congratulations to Ricardo. That's huge.
I'm glad you brought that up about U of A basketball. That was going to be at the end of my buzzer beater, but I ran out of time. Yes.
Got you, Coach.
Hey,
got you covered.
22. Don't gloss over the fact that he said that that's a school record for most games won straight to start a season at 22. That's a big deal for a program that has as much tradition as U of A has. Like, to any kind of school record that you beat that you're getting at U of A is going to be a big deal. And I don't see them losing another game this season. The way their schedule is lined up, they already played BYU and beat them. They've already, the rivalry game, ASU, they just got that one. Of course, you can get tripped up at any point in the season, anytime. Any team can get upset. They still have the Big 12 tournament coming up. And then, of course, the big dance, which I'm not a big U of A fan, but I love what they're doing. If I was a U of A fan, I kind of want us to lose at some point right now. I want to get it out because I don't want to lose in the first two rounds of the tournament.
They do run into Calvin Sampson in Houston in a couple weeks, so that might be right in that area. And Kansas upset BYU yesterday.
Sure did.
So we might see the Jayhawks come in at Tucson and shake things up in McHale Center. So
I didn't know Big 12 basketball was going to be this tight this year.
Right? That's what I've been saying.
Big 12 basketball started getting good when U of A got in there, Houston got in the Big 12, and all of a sudden they made the shift from trying to be just football dominant like the SEC, and we're like, we're going to be good at everything in basketball, and they've taken the bull by the horns when it comes to basketball. Big 12 basketball is where it's at.
So, Don, before you close us out in the buzzer beaters, I do got a question. Do you have any NFL coaching news?
I have a lot of it, yeah.
Okay, then. Yeah. Go ahead, then. I'll hold what I got.
It'll go to the very end of mine, but yeah.
All
right, ready to rock and roll? 3. All right, Seahawks versus New England. I want the picks.
Seattle.
Okay.
Patriots.
Okay.
Patriots.
Seahawks. Okay, I want to make sure that everybody knows that I have not made a mistake this postseason yet. Okay, so New England news. Drake May misses practice with a shoulder injury and illness. Seahawks are for sale, so after the game goes for sale, what's his face's sister, Paul Allen's sister,
his daughter.
No, that's his sister.
Anyway.
Either way, they're gonna sell the team, which has huge implications. So we also have the Pro Football Hall of Fame rebrands itself to Hall of Very Good after not adding Bill Belichick. So if you have a problem with the way they ran their everything, if you think that they have they cheated, take the trophy back. Just if that's what happened, I take the trophy back. And if not, he's got to be in the Hall of Fame. He's number 1 in almost every category. And I wanted to talk about Vikings firing their GM. So they're looking for one. Packers extend LaFleur. Cardinals hired the brother of LaFleur, Mike LaFleur. And Eagles want to get Fangio back. Buffalo replaces head coach Mike Dermott with Brady. And, that's about it. I went only 30 seconds over.
That's a great coaching wrap up, though. You covered all the bases on that.
Well, thank you.
I agree with everything you said about the Bill Belichick Hall of Fame thing.
Yeah.
Like I was never a Patriots fan, and I never really liked Bill Belichick really that
Either.
much. Not personally, I just didn't like their teams. But I don't understand why he's not a first ballot. Like you said, if it's because of the cheating allegations, then vacate the wins and take Super Bowl trophies. But if he's keeping those, you can't justify not being in the Hall of Fame.
Ridiculous.
It's a no-brainer. I mean, it really, and I'm not a guy I wasn't a fan of the Patriots teams at all. I mean, heck, they beat my team in the AFC Championship, and we regularly had big-time matchups between Baltimore and New England. But, I mean, as a person who studies coaching, how could you not recognize the accomplishments of Bill Belichick? And I'm going to say this. I think the media is what led to this situation. There might be some other conspiracy theories that you can run with, but I'm going to say the media. And the reason I say that is because remember at the end of Tom Brady's career, when Brady left New England and he went to Tampa, that there were all this talk about that wasn't Bill, it was Tom. And so I think that narrative has kind of fed into the voters making a decision that we're not going to pick him. But how can you not? The most Super Bowl appearances, the most Super Bowl wins, the most playoff wins, and his winning percentage being what it is. I mean, come on now. Yes, and let's not forget, he also was the general manager.
Yeah.
So he was, in my opinion, a Hall of Fame coach and executive. But
no, I mean, seriously, it really boils down to, do they just not like him? Or like, I agree that
he was prickly.
Eli gets snubbed as well.
Yeah. But that's a little bit more debatable. I think,
True.
Bill Belichick's not even debatable. Never have we penalized a coach for having good players or having a good quarterback.
Yeah, I mean, Dolphins. Look at Shula. He had ridiculous teams.
How could you say that Phil Jackson is a Hall of Fame coach in his sport and Bill Belichick is not?
Right, having the best player ever. That's a good point.
And then Bill Belichick, another thing that, as a coach, one thing I respect about other coaches, especially long tenure coaches, is what their coaching tree looks like. And Bill Belichick's coaching tree, his assistants that have gone on to be head coaches and have had success, some of them not so much, but all of them get opportunities and have gone on like he's affected so many careers in the NFL. It's like
McDaniel,
I almost feel like
Patricia,
it goes
Mike
on.
Vrabel. You might as well
Vrabel.
say. I mean, these are three guys that maybe all they weren't great head coaches, but they got head coaching jobs, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I know it's more than that. I just it's the three that pop up off the top of my head.
Yeah,
it's almost like they were judging the Hall of Fame coaching on his coaching at North Carolina University. Like they're trying to say, is that Hall of Fame?
The fix for this is you list them in order, descending order of who deserves it every year. Whoever's the most deserving, you just put them at the very top. This thing where you're trying to defend a person from not getting that. Bill Belichick should have gotten in, and then it's just so unfathomable. I guess I'm just losing words.
Yeah, no, I mean, I think when it comes to players, sometimes it can be debatable because we can debate, they didn't win any championships or what they were, where their stats were and stuff like that. But you'd be hard pressed to try to find a player equivalent to what Bill Belichick has done statistically. If you were to somehow quantify that into some player stats, it'd be a no-brainer. This is probably the greatest player of all times.
He's won 8 of 60 of the Super Bowls.
Quick poll question for the panel. Now that Coach Bill hasn't gotten in first ballot, does Tom Brady get in first?
Definitely.
No, because Gronkowski made him the better player. Gronkowski made him a good player. Tom Brady was terrible. If you ever watched him, he was no. But if we're comparing guys and we're taking things away, you can't take away a person's stats because of someone else's stats. Well, like the only thing for Bill Belichick is wins and losses, and he's the number one at that in every category. And Tom Brady is the number one at that in every category. I think you've got to give it. Honestly, he goes in the first ballot Hall of Fame.
I really am I don't like the precedent that's been set by this decision. I think it sets a precedent that's going to shortchange a lot of well-deserving players.
You got to pull out.
There's players at positions that I don't know, like someone like Marshawn Lynch, for example. Is he in Hall of Fame player.
Yes.
Seattle fan, yes.
really have the
but
stat.
it's borderline, right? Well, we have
His
to.
number should be retired in Seattle. No one should wear 24.
But
in
Hall of
Seattle.
Fame, we're wondering,
I don't
right?
think NFL Hall of Fame.
But
I love beast mode.
but no one puts beast mode in the conversation. If we're going to say who are the best running backs of all time,
do put him in that
we're
category.
not putting him in that category.
I honestly
for the
do.
most people aren't.
Yeah.
But I'm saying Bill Belichick is in everybody's conversation
Yeah.
of best coach of all time.
Right.
Tom Brady is in everybody's conversation. Even if he's not one, you're in the conversation. How are you in the conversation for best ever, but not in the Hall of Fame? When we let players that are like just pretty good, have good careers, get into the Hall of Fame.
John Alexander had better stats than Lynch.
Yeah, but Lynch,
on,
Lynch was the better running
Lynch
back.
was more of a fan favorite.
Dude,
so
yes.
in the fans'
Lynch
eyes,
was
True.
the Hulk. He was he was the
Yeah.
he was a god.
Right.
When
Yes, he was.
For 2-3 years. I would rather take Marshawn Lynch as on the goal line than any other running back
Oh,
in
goal line
history.
for sure. Tell Pete Carroll that.
I know.
Super Bowl 60
I'm
coming
taking
up.
Belichick on
It's going to
that.
be a great year. One more thing I'm going to say, then we're going to get off this. Well, I'll get off of this. As a football fan, I wasn't a fan of Belichick. If any of your kids watching this that ever played for me, there's a phrase you always heard me say, which was do your job. I got that from Bill Belichick. So as a player, as a fan of football, I wasn't a fan. As a guy who coached, I emulated what he did because he was great at what he did. All right, well, that's going to wrap up our show. Oh, no, before we wrap the show, we got trivia, right?
He was trying to duck.
Yeah, I'm trying to you know I'm not that great at it, right?
Y'all
So we
good
got
week.
trivia. So we got questions coming. Cody, these are yours this week, right? No, these are from
the
these are
man.
from Dan the Man.
Oh, so we have a chance.
Here we go. So guys, let's put our computers, phones, and all that stuff away because it's time to see if we get stumped on our producer trivia.
Let's see it.
Boy.
You guys are... All right.
See the numbers, they ain't great. Coach Kevin, aka the caboose, bringing up the rear. Coach Baker still out in front, and John, you got a strong second going
Oh
on.
man, I
I'm in
can't
the
even
back
catch
coal
it.
car.
So here we go. Let's get the first one, Cody.
Oh, NFL.
All right, who holds the career NFL playoff passing touchdown record? You get a bonus if you guess for how many touchdowns that is. And who holds the career NFL playoff passing touchdown record?
This has to be this guy.
And so many times, right?
Yeah, right? Like,
In the postseason more than that guy, right? Everybody good?
Wait, did it say Super Bowl or postseason?
Postseason.
That would be
A lot of
But-
trips to the playoffs.
but in order to, if you get to the Super Bowls, you playing in
Yeah,
postseason.
a lot of
games.
playoff games. 3 or 4 a year,
that's
right?
a good one too.
No.
It could
Somebody's
be that.
been a lot.
It could be.
Yeah,
It could be that.
shit.
Yeah, that could be a good
Okay.
one. Okay.
All right, answers.
It might be him. It probably is.
I
All
put
right, go
down
ahead.
Brady.
I got Brady.
I got Tom Brady.
Peyton Manning.
That's a great guess.
Right. I'm gonna.
Brady.
Wonder how close Peyton was to that, though.
I'll bet it
He's
was
probably got
Probably like
60.
85,
He probably got
84.
Like I said, if
He was
you're not
probably
going
up
to the
there.
Super Bowl every year, he's probably in how many years they go to AFC Championship in a row? A lot.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
All right, so we're getting the numbers updated. But yeah, Tom Brady, 88 touchdowns. That is a lot. But Peyton was a great guess because he had a lot of playoff runs.
Right.
Oh, dude.
Over the course, with both teams, with both the
And he was more
the Broncos
pass
and the
heavy
Colts.
than
Yes.
than Brady
Definitely,
was.
yeah.
Especially with Isaac Bruce and
Oh yeah, Wayne and
Marvin
Reggie
Harrison,
Wayne.
Reggie
Wayne,
Wayne.
yeah. Harrison.
What's the tight end they had? Dallas Clark.
Dallas.
Dallas Clark.
Man. And then
with the
Marshall
Broncos.
Faulk used to catch the ball at the backfield
sure
too.
did.
So yeah. All right, let's get the next question. Okay, here we go. Basketball. Who has the most career 3-pointers in the NBA playoffs? Most career 3-pointers in the NBA playoffs. It's tough though because I want to say him, but I also want to say
It's really tough. It's tougher than. It might be super obvious, but it could be.
I know who you're thinking.
I'm gonna go with this guy.
There's
I'm
two.
wrong.
There's two guys.
There's two
Two
guys.
guys that I got, but I'm gonna go. With, everybody got an answer?
Yep.
All right.
All right. So what you got?
I'm
John?
gonna put my second answer.
I went with Curry.
Steph Curry.
Dennis.
Steph Curry.
I said Ray Allen.
That was my second guess.
My second guess was
All right,
weird, but
Cody.
I was
LeBron.
I was thinking Harden.
Steph Curry.
All right.
You guys are all on it. Man, hopefully this next one we all can get it right. That's a lot of threes.
I was living in San Francisco, and they kept talking about the record over and over. I'm like, okay.
Well,
yeah, he shoots threes.
he's at this point he's an older veteran in the league. He spent a lot of years in the playoffs, and nobody shoots more threes than him.
Dude, 14 a game. But I mean, that was a stretch for him.
All right. Last question of the day coming up. Baseball. Who produced MLB's first 40 home run and 70 stolen base season?
Oh.
First 40-70. That's 70 stolen bases is a lot of stolen bases.
Yeah, but it's the home run.
It's the 40.
Only guy I know that hit a lot of home runs like that and stole a lot of bases, because you can do one, but it's hard to do both.
Yeah, there's
say
a trick answer to this one.
probably is, but I know who I'm going to say.
I got my guess. It's I was almost putting that, but I don't know if he stole.
I know he was a 40-40 guy a lot, but
that's the backup.
He might have gotten that many
I
bags
think
one
that's
year.
the number one. Okay, my number one, I think it's Bonds.
Yeah, I almost said that, but
Darryl, who you got?
I went way back in the day. Willie Mays.
Oh,
That's a good-
okay.
Yeah, I could fly around.
I got
bases.
A-Rod, Alex Rodriguez.
And I also said Barry Bonds. I know he was a big
I almost
base
put
stealer
Barry Bonds.
in
It
the
might
earlier
be.
part
Yes,
of his
Yeah,
career.
Pittsburgh.
He was a little
Small
Yeah.
guy, fast guy.
little ASU boy. Oh, shoot.
Acuna. Okay, 2023. Okay, so that 70 stolen bases is like crazy.
Yeah.
high, right? Like Ricky Henderson stole a lot of bases, but he wasn't a home run guy, right? So,
right.
He
take him
had
out.
something like Ricky was the most powerful leadoff man in baseball history until I just saw that. So they
I
used
think
to
Ricky was hits and stolen bases.
Well, they said actually home runs too.
Oh,
as
Ricky?
far as leadoff.
That's a leadoff.
Oh, yeah.
Lead off. Yeah, that was it.
Rest in peace, Ricky. Rest in peace, Ricky. All right, so that's going to wrap it up for our show this week. Again, we appreciate all our sponsors. This show was brought to you by Seniors Helping Seniors, Prestige Remodeling, and Physical Balance Centers. Again, these awesome sponsors help support us and help us bring all these local youth sports to you guys. We stream them live to you on all various platforms. We appreciate our sponsors, and please do business with the businesses that support the things you love. On behalf of the panel, again, I'm Coach Kevin Lassiter. We got Coach Dennis Baker, Coach Jared Young, and my partner in crime, Jon Berger. Thank you guys. Have a great week.
God bless you.